I gotta just eat. I'm gonna pee real quick and eat something. Ooh, I can eat something.
A low-life punk meets a real-life hero. A lightning meets some hard-hitting cops. And gets the flying bullet. He's a life-saving lesson. The bull-headed, the bone-headed, the just plain hard-headed. Next. They think they can fight. They think they can steal. They even think they can run. But maybe it's time to think again. In Sherwood, Arkansas, a DWI stop gets off on the wrong foot. This officer watches as the driver swaps places with the passenger. How dumb do they think he is?
Mom, I see your driver's license and she was driving.
It becomes clear why he switched seats.
No, sir. You have driver's license? No, sir.
This guy reeks of booze, has no license, and has already tried to fool the officer once. Now he's not following directions.
Wait right here 1 second. Hang on. Wait right here. Don't light that up yet. Put that back in your pocket, okay? What I want you to do, don't light that up. Put that back in your pocket right now. We can't do this yet.
The officer asks a simple question.
If he hadn't been drinking, how come you didn't let him drive in the first place instead of you driving? Because I'm ignorant. I'm ignorant. I'm stupid.
At least he's finally being honest. But the officer has to concentrate on another factor. There's still another suspect in the truck.
Stay in the car.
Acting on instinct, the cop's hand goes to his weapon, just in case.
Close your door.
One officer versus two suspects. Those are bad odds, and this cop knows it. But when he tries to even things up by handcuffing the man, this suspect goes from difficult to dangerous.
Get back here. Put your hands on the car. You're not put your hands on the car.
The officer keeps looking over his shoulder. He doesn't want any surprises from the other guy.
Put your hands behind your back.
While the cop tries to watch both men, the suspect seizes the moment and sprints away. This DWI is now a felony flight on foot. The officer needs uniform backup. He gets it, but not from the uniform he expects. It's a pizza delivery car, charging in like the cavalry. The pizza man notices the foot chase from down the block. He decides to help by bringing the pursuit to a screeching halt. Years of delivering pizzas have taught him how to drive like this. Now, the officer is able to apprehend the suspect easily, thanks to this local hero. The brave Samaritan is back in his car within moments. Crime fighting aside, he still has to deliver those pizzas in 30 minutes or less. As the pizza man speeds away, the officer doesn't even get a chance to thank him. Backup units arrive seconds later, and both guys are taken to jail.
Right in the car, brother.
This drunk punk thought he could evade the long arm of the law. Instead, the hot suspect was delivered right back to the waiting police by one heroic pizza man.
There's no pizza man's gonna get a commendation.
Burlington, North Carolina, a local department store. He looks like your average teenage shopper, but he has no intention of paying for anything. Fortunately, surveillance cameras cover his every move. His first strike, a watch. Not a top drawer watch, but one that's on sale. Unlike most shoplifters, he steals discount. Confident he can steal anything now, he heads to the clothing department. Grabbing 3 pair of pants, he casually strolls to the dressing room. He returns with only one,
like melon.
but now his legs look strangely bulky. This lollipop-sucking lawbreaker does his best to look nonchalant. He even folds the rejected pants with extreme care. If he weren't a shoplifter, he'd be the ideal customer. Satisfied with his haul, the petty thief decides to call it a day. He's booked for security, but he couldn't look more guilty if he wore a sign around his neck.
So shoot
He
me.
knows once he walks through those doors, he's breaking the law. He still has a chance to turn back.
Hey kids, can I have sex?
Suddenly, a guard sprints toward him. He speeds off through the front door. Now it's a felony. Outside, he outruns.
Where's the kids at, Mom? Hi kids, can I have sex?
Kids in for a surprise.
Guys up.
A waiting cruiser. The officer pulls after. This crook is going down. After all, he's wearing 3 pairs of pants. A SWAT car barrels up.
I'm gonna have some fun later.
Incredibly, the thief wrestles free. He's off again. Shedding his first layer of clothing, he forges ahead. But the officer stays on his every move. A speeding truck slams on its brakes, nearly running them both down. Cutting around some trees, he loses ground. The officer accelerates and finally knocks him down. And this time, he's down for the count. Instead of getting 2 pairs of pants and a watch, all this shoplifter ends up with a pair of chrome-plated bracelets that won't come off. 40,000 Americans die as a result of traffic accidents.
No, not 40. 45 now.
Be at least twice as many fatalities if it weren't for one critical thing: crash testing. Every year, thousands of vehicles are sacrificed for one reason: to make car accidents safer for accident victims. Every new vehicle on the market is tested by government agencies, car companies, and universities. They crash cars, off-road SUVs, 18-wheelers, family vans, bicycles, and even the cars that eventually become police cruisers. They test them head-on and side-on. They even do fender benders. All this testing results in better designed seatbelts, faster deploying airbags, safer body structures, and stronger doors. Which means cars are safer for you, your friends, and your family.
Our car's been recalled. My car that was reading recalled.
Wildest police videos. How to catch a desperate smuggler. What does it take to stop a cold-blooded killer? And just what in the world is this man thinking? The questions are hard.
He's not scared.
The answers are tough. The video is wild.
Building apartments, YouTube. I don't think you can get behind. Yep, that's what I wanted right there.
You guys loved our overnight challenge quadruplex, so we built 2 more on top of it. And we're doing an overnight challenge tonight! Yeah! Yeah! Boys. So there's 3 of us, but 6 apartments. We brought some boys along. Matt, Quinn, and John. We are now going to draw to see who gets what apartment. We're going to randomly select
They're just on apartment
to redecorate or initially decorate. One of the top ones don't have anything in them. Piper, you're going to draw for the apartment first. Apartment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Oh! 5! Yes! Boom! Yes! Apartment 5! You better get the big dollar bill. Oh, Andrew, it's your turn. Choose your apartment. You got price on, right? Yes. Apartment 3! Oh! Okay, that's pretty good. No! Oh, we go! What? That was Andrew. His was pretty good.
So which one do you not want?
This one. Why? This is yours, and it was horrible.
Please do.
Oh, it's like buddy children. Dang it! Hey, cool. All right, Matt, your turn. Only 2 apartments left. Choose. whatever we want. I am the landlord. Thank you. We're going to combine forces. 75 is not horrible. Let's cool. What is it? 100. You thought it was 1,000. Justin, I need you to get 1,000 so we can share a wall. Okay, there are 2 great ones. There's one awful one that will destroy our whole strategy. So you need to get a good one so you can help me out too. We cut holes. All right. Watching the last video, and he picked like exactly everything that I would pick. I'm not even kidding. The furnace and like the supplies are still in there, so you can choose to keep that. That's probably how Bell's doing. You want to keep everything in there? I would. Seth picked pretty much everything that I would pick. Last but not least, fellas, we have the amount to get decorate your apartment. Oh shoot! Let's go! That means $25.50. The hobo baller. There's no heat in there as well. What? So I'm gonna spend all my money on a heater, like a little heater. All right, fellas, what's the story? Here's stuff.
Okay, guys, tomorrow I'm going to be doing something that you shouldn't be doing. Tomorrow, I got to break ice tomorrow. I'm going to have to use a shovel. I'm going to be careful. I have to use a shovel and some salt and ice stuff and break up some ice so I can go to the... I have to be careful, guys. We're going to have a camera out there. We break up ice and stuff so you guys can see how bad the ice is. I swear the ice is at least a quarter of an inch. That's what the channel said be. So I'm going to be careful and careful. I have to be real careful and stuff if I do it.
Limited edition red foil lacquer.
Please tell me that's better in the house.
Only Black Friday weekend. And the first 1,000 orders is going to get a pack for our very own signed baseball card. In fact, we're going to get an autographed card of each one of us, plus an admit one. You can get these at jsushop.com or the link is in the description. Get yours before they all sell out. Well, let's get back to the video. We're at the store now. It's time to do some shopping for our apartments and our overnight. $1,000. Gotta flex a little bit and get a memory foam mattress. So last overnight in the mini apartments, I got SpongeBob sheets. Check this out. Baby Yoda sheets. A little over half my budget, and my bed already has sheets, so I don't think that's a good investment. Oh my! And a chair. Yeah. So Aaron's sport that he made last time came with a griddle. I'm gonna grab some weight. Yes. Memory foam cool pillow. Absolutely. All around back massage, vibration neck massage. If I can make it through the night, that's a win. What's the house? You gotta wait. We're back at the mini apartments. It's time to decorate. Hand me my rug. Yeah. That's it. Hey.
Tomorrow morning, daylight, I'll go outside.
You got a nap time, bro. I'm sitting here with all of my supplies, which I need to then transfer up to the 3rd story. I gotta box a lot of this stuff so I don't have to box it upstairs. Weird flex. We have to plan. Justin, he has been talking way too much.
He's using literally a karaoke machine right now.
I have a bubble. Okay, we should get it down. We offer it to him as a kind, gracious gift.
For the music.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm down.
Hey, Justin! We're looking for you. It was. As as you can see, I have finally got the bed going. This time I actually have but I have something very special for the bed. I want to show you soon. Check this out, guys. I got some lights installed. 4 color-changing lights in this little thing hanging on the wall here. I'll show you guys.
Kind of does some tidying up in the garbage tin. Kind of what I'm calling it until I can figure out a real name for it. But as you can see, the bed is made. I have a bunch of extra blankets, and I found even a little bit of extra food. It looks sick, but I just got power strip. Let's make it a little more homey.
Okay.
Are you serious? Dude, dumping all your trash on my porch? Are you serious? Oh, boy. We are all done. We're all done decorating our apartment. It's time for a tour.
So tomorrow I'm gonna get a shovel, break some ice up. Okay.
I like these. Oh, yes. Start eating. All right. And Grace. All right. Apartment number 2 was Matt, and he doesn't get to name his own. It is Hobo. Actually, the Hobo Baller. Just a precursor to entering the house. I use most of Seth's stuff. Welcome to the Hobo Viveville. What? That was not. That's not the title. Cancel the title. Oh my Hobo. Wait, whoa! What's that, bud? Extra blankets over here. This is a pouch that Seth actually had in the room. Everything that I used was in the room or 2 items I bought at Walmart. So, welcome. This goes to show what you do with a little bit of creativity. So then we got the snack corner. Yeah, we got Yoo-Hoos for or no one other than Seth. For some reason, I found itch stopping cream inside here. This isn't mine, but I figured I'd keep it just in case. Itch cream. Why do you have itch cream here? Caramel macchiato. You know, like the snacks. Seth, what was the itch cream for? Those are in here. You see my snack? No, no. So these are the snacks in case of emergency. So they make you say before and after.
Tomorrow's gonna be extremely surprising what I'm gonna do tomorrow. What I'm doing is gonna be dangerous, guys, and do not try what we're doing tomorrow at home, okay? I'm gonna have cameras. I'm gonna have 2 cameras on me. The thing is, what I'm doing is dangerous, and I recommend no one do this but me. I'm trained to do this, so don't worry. I have to get dressed tomorrow. Take my time.
It's not right. It's not okay.
So tomorrow, I'm gonna be careful what I do tomorrow because tomorrow is gonna be dangerous.
The government, the experts, the
What I'm doing tomorrow is dangerously risky, and we recommend people not to do this. A7. So I'm gonna tell you guys right now: do not do what I'm doing, okay? I'm doing this because I need to get stuff out of the garage. Just water the garage up. We don't drink seawater that much here because seawater doesn't taste right. I don't drink seawater that much because it doesn't taste right to me. Mostly we drink bottled water in this house. So I got some stuff to do. YouTube. So I'm gonna literally have to get my shovel and break the ice. And what I'm doing, guys, is completely dangerous. Do not try it at home. The reason I'm doing it because I need to for a personal thing. I need to get out of the fridge. So what I'm doing, I recommend you not to do. I'm doing it because I need to get stuff on the fridge. Where's the phone at? I heard it on the phone.
Who still does an actual government job? At this point, the White House is like that dead mall in your hometown. It's just a sunglasses kiosk and a couple of raccoons fighting in a JCPenney. Hope Hicks, President Trump's communications director and one of his longest-serving advisors, said Wednesday that she planned to resign to pursue other opportunities. You know things are bad when a 29-year-old with no experience who works directly for the President of the United States thinks, I gotta get out of this dead-end job. She's resigning to pursue other opportunities the same way people on the Titanic decided they wanted to start seeing other boats. It was also reported this week that Jared Kushner, who, by the way, is the only guy who makes me look ethnic, also stripped of his top secret security clearance this week. And at that exact moment, though he didn't yet know why, Steve Bannon got his first erection in 10 years.
But the officials are now saying that after a private meeting with the president, he has backed off that position. Oh, really? So he was alone in a room with a bunch of gun enthusiasts, and they somehow managed to smile. You know, that once happened to me. I once spoke out against gang violence, but then after a very private meeting with the Bloods on the roof of my building, I realized I disagree with myself too.
Another solution proposed is that we should give guns to teachers. And I tried to seriously consider that idea. But then I remembered that I had Catholic nuns as teachers growing up, and they definitely should not have guns.
Oh, yeah.
They were violent enough as rulers. And of course,
You're a yardstick, you dummy.
a regular teacher and how frustrated they are all the time. Imagine that same teacher, but they can never have sex.
No, nuns are
And that's why
tough.
priests are always nicer than nuns. I mean, at least priests are having sex.
The Sporting Goods has announced that in the wake of the Florida shooting, it will immediately stop selling assault rifles. Good. Maybe now we can stop pretending that hunting is a sport, because it's not. I've never seen a deer get shot and grab the side and say, ah.
If I were a corporation, I'd be running for 14.
Hey guys, I've got a bit of a rat problem at my new house.
They're raccoons.
Whatever. They're massive. They're tearing up the garage. They're tearing up the garbage every night, but I have a solution. I don't think I'll have any more rats after this. It's a giant mousetrap. First of all, don't worry guys, we're not going to be smashing any raccoons today, but we do have a ton of other stuff lined up to smash. While I'm waiting for the sun to come out, let me show you how I built it. I built the base out of 2x4s and 3/4-inch plywood. And these springs are old coils from a car suspension system. And this bar is just welded from 1-inch square steel tubing. Now, instead of the traditional way to set a mousetrap where you have to pull the steel bar back, that would have been way too difficult with these huge springs. When these springs are fully tightened, you really have to fight that bar back, and trust me, you do not want to end up underneath it. A little help, Sandra. So instead of having to fight the bar by hand, I chose to install a winch to tighten the spring. All I have to do is bring down the bar, lock it into place, and then use the winch to pull in some of the rope which tightens the springs. Then all I got to do is pull the pin, and we should be in business. All right, guys, time for our first test. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Doesn't want to go, okay? 3, 2, 1. 1.
Kids, suck my dick.
All right, first test was a success, but all I can do is hope that.
Can't actually say that. Just a joke, guys.
Anyway, that bar
Can-
went down super fast.
cans.
But just how fast was
That's a
it?
weird name. Huh.
If the bar is 1 meter long, that means it has a 3.14 meter journey on its way to the watermelon. And counting 10 frames for the second half of its journey, we can figure out that it was moving at about